Let's talk today about how to break your PR. I mean, at the end of the day, breaking your PR is simply finding more people and executing a little bit more than you did in your previous best game. So today we're going to talk about how to do that while I actually break down my PR game right here, which is 26 kills. Now, starting off, I want to quickly go over game mode. I get this question all the time. What game mode should I play to break my PR in? I honestly think the hardest game mode to break your PR in is going to be solos, just because you have to find so many people. It's so hard to find people sometimes, and it's really difficult to do in solos. In duos, trios, and quads, you get the benefit of if you find one team, you can pick up multiple kills. So I'm actually going to break my PR game here in duos. Now let's go ahead and jump in with early game. When I look at early game, I kind of split early game a little bit. We have this very long first circle. In the first 3 minutes before that stronghold opens, you don't really need to do much. I'm going to pick up a few kills here. I'm going to pick up 3 in the grand scheme of it before we go focus on the stronghold, which is the most important thing. Getting that loadout is crucial to your success when it comes to breaking your PR, and you're going to see exactly why. Of course, we're going to be talking about Bird's Eye. But right now, I'm just trying to loot up a little bit, get a little bit of cash, maybe pick up a few kills. I don't want to be too aggressive and burn my gulag here. You're going to see how that benefits me later on. But for right now, I'm just kind of rolling through here. We got another minute and 10 seconds until stronghold unlocks. As we push up, we catch a quick glimpse of these guys, so we got to be a little bit careful. Notice the patience right here. This is Warzone. This is Warzone 2 in a nutshell. If this is Warzone 1, I'm flying in here. We're slide canceling. We're going to give them the quick 2-pop, and then we're out of there. But right here, I've got to slow down. We hit shots there clean. Now we're able to get that kill. You also kind of see a little bit of that hip fire. I hit the wrong button there, but you know, early game, we're going to pick up 3 kills, and now we go ahead and start to focus on this stronghold. You know, the stronghold is going to give us a lot here. It's going to give us loadout because, spoiler alert, this is going to be one that has the AI, so we're going to be able to get that loadout. We're also going to be able to get a ton of cash and UAVs, precision airstrikes, a lot of stuff that's going to give us the advantage. Watch this play right here, by the way. As we're watching this, watch this car. We're we got a most wanted over to the right by TCAP. Then we got this car. Watch what this car does right here. This is absolutely incredible. By the way, if you are looking to get better at Warzone 2, make sure you are subscribed down below. My whole goal is just to help you become a better player, get more kills, die a little less, pick up a few more wins, you know, just have a little bit more fun in Warzone 2. So right there, the most wanted is gone. Now I tell TCAP's about to go fly at this guy, and I'm like, you need to stop. Like, come back here. Let's see if this is a stronghold. And one of two things is going to happen here, guys. If this is a stronghold with the AI, which it is, we're going to be able to get our loadout. Now, if it's not a stronghold with the AI, and we see this in duos, we can actually buy our loadout because of the amount of cash that there is. It's a little bit harder in trios and quads, although with Season 2, they are decreasing the price of the loadout, meaning we should be able to get it in trios, and we should be able to buy it in trios and quads, which will definitely change that dynamic a little bit. But for right now, pretty much solos and duos are the only game modes you can actually buy a loadie in. Right here, we're just clearing real quick, making sure we're okay. TCAP's back in with me. I think TCAP's going to go ahead and finish this off right here. Super quick and easy. That's going to give us that UAV. Biggest thing with the UAV is it tells us if other enemies are around. I don't really care about the bots. I care more about if there's other actual people. Now we start to get into this time where we really need to put the pressure on, right? Now we have a ton of information. We need to focus on good positioning, quick kills, quick decision-making and rotations so that we can pick up the most amount of kills possible. And like I said, no matter what your PR is, if your PR is 5, you only have to find 6 people. My PR was 25, so I had to really make those quick decisions. Now, notice right here, what did I do? I actually left, and then I said, TCAP, did we loot those crates? No. Okay, I'm going to go fight my way back in here, because I just say goodnight to my wife. We're going to fight back in here to get all of the cash because it is that much of an advantage, especially when we talk about the regain process. If one of us goes down, we get the UAV right there, of course, which is just a free UAV. And now we still have enough for another UAV right here, and we can really start to push. So throughout this game, guys, moving forward, we're going to go ahead and focus on quick decision-making. We're going to be focusing on the information that I get, which at the end of the day, this is where Bird's Eye is still broken. We're seeing it get, I think it's going to get nerfed with Season 2. We shall see, but it's definitely the most broken perk in the game because you get so much information. You're able to capitalize on that toughest part, which is actually finding people. Now, right here, we've got one over to the right. We're going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. We're going to go ahead and challenge this. We're kind of keeping track of everything going on. We, of course, have some people on the backside this way. TCAP's going to go in and push. He's going to pick up that kill. And what you're going to see is this kind of ebbs and flows in this game. You're going to see me go on a few nice little runs here and be able to pick up, 3, 4, 5 kills pretty quickly. Right here, we're going to push up. As we go, we're going to... Do I pop UAV? Yeah, I pop UAV. So all the people to the right side are going to be the bots, and we've got this team rolling up right here. Now, this is where we talk about the positioning, the patience, and the trigger discipline. As I push up, I see him in this building, but I can't get that down yet, right? So we tag the one, we get the live ping, we still know that they're in there from the UAV, but I can't quite get a kill yet. So we're going to go ahead and push in. By the way, I am keeping track of these guys right here. I don't know if they're boots on the ground or flying in. As we push in, this is the nice part about duos. I mean, that's just the Fennec right there in a nutshell. That Fennec is the Fennec in general, no matter what your build is. If you hit your shots with the Fennec, it is absolutely insane when it comes to your TTK. Now we've got another UE, right? So now we can keep acting on information. We, of course, have enemy UAV up. And what do you notice right here? When we talk about clusters of people, these are most likely bots right here. I see a cluster of 3 people. So, if your PR is a little bit lower, and you're just trying to pick up a few kills, this solo looks awfully appealing, right? He's by himself over here. We have the information about where he is. But right here, with my PR being 26 or 25, and I'm going to break it, I've got to go challenge these guys right here. So we're going to go ahead and push this way. Benefit of observatory that you don't get at other places is the ability to fly, right? So I can easily fly at these guys. If you are landing somewhere else, you need to be using a vehicle to rotate, guys. You got to be moving quicker. And the one thing about moving quicker, the other thing that I will say is acting on information quicker. So if you pop a UAV, that car allows you to get into the mix a little bit quicker, which then allows you to act while you have information, right? How many times have you been approaching somebody and you lose track of where they go because of the fact that you don't have that information? We still have this UAV up right here because we were able to fly down, and same thing goes with you using a car. If you're using a car, that allows you to still act on the information while you have that UE up. So we immediately push over this way. Watch how this plays out. We go on the great chase, and this actually puts us in a little bit of a weird spot. We're going to go ahead and keep pushing this way. TCAP and I are going to, kind of space him out a little bit. He's just getting absolutely fried. He's going to try to get away. Still can't get away. He's back behind here. We still get the enemy UAV. This is not my UAV anymore. He's up top there. We're finally able to get the kill. There's the wipe. What do you notice? I immediately noticed this team over here. Now, the downside for this team over here is they've got 21 seconds to get into zone, and that's going to end up costing them. I'm going to go ahead and just, I know that they have to push to me. Okay, there's kill number 1. This is duos in a nutshell. Kill number 1, right, or down number 1 right there. I didn't necessarily get the thirst. I'm just going to keep pushing up a zone here. I'm not in the best spot possible. I'm a little bit out in the open, but I do have gas mask, and that guy's got to rotate to me. So pause for a second right there, right? So we picked up 3 kills in the first 3 minutes, which you don't even need to do, but we pick up those 3 kills. We get bird's eye. Now we pick up 6. Now we have 9 kills in this first circle. Where do we go next, right? This is one of the biggest questions that I always ask you is where do you rotate to next? Where did the team go that killed TCAP? Well, they're above me. They're straight ahead of me somewhere. So that's kind of the only information that we have right there. We kind of see them straight back, and we're just going to go ahead and work our way up. Now, in this moment right here, I want to talk about rotations real quick because this is where a lot of you get stuck. This is where a lot of you get caught. If you have a rotation that's not that far, you can absolutely go fight some people here. You could go fight this team this way, but because I have this long rotation, I kind of want to prioritize getting into zone a little bit more. I'm kind of tracking where these guys are going, and then you're going to see me detour and kind of push up the hill a little bit and go, I don't want to go that far, especially because that guy is running right there and he's kind of pushing away from me. I don't want to go ahead and challenge him. So going back to the kind of the main strategies for breaking your PR, right? It could be any game mode here. You're going to see me break it in duos, like I said. Then we go into that early game. The early game doesn't have to be crazy. We want to prioritize getting loadout, getting cash, and getting off to a good start. Getting bird's eye. We see one over to the right. TCAP ends up going down. This is where cash flow is important. Why? Because I can easily go buy him back. I've got plenty of cash to buy him back. And so far, what you've seen is you just kind of see information and execution, right? I'm just getting information and acting on it. Now we're going to play a little bit of positioning. And this is one where I do make a little bit of a smart decision here. I'm trying to look for this guy. I know he's over here. I still don't shoot yet. Still trying to push to see where he is. I don't see him anywhere. So what you're going to end up seeing play out as I fast forward this is I have no idea where this guy goes. Like, I'm trying to find him. And then I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and buy TCAP back here. Let me go ahead and buy TCAP back, get him back in the mix. We can buy a UAV potentially at this buy station. And as I push up, this is another benefit of that bird's eye perk package, that standard perk package, is going to be tracker. As I push up, I get this footstep right here. So I happen to know he's in here. There's no way that I know this guy's in here if I don't have tracker. We're able to execute right there with the Fennec. We get the kill. We get the buyback first and foremost. We get the UAV. Now we're in business, right? Now we're starting to act once again on information. We can go ahead and loot up a bunch real quick, drop a bunch of ammo, grab plates, grab self-revives if we need it. Now we start pushing immediately. We immediately try to act on this UAV. That's one of the biggest things. I popped that UAV there simply because I wanted to make sure there was nobody else around me. But more times than not, guys, you're going to want to make sure that you are ready to go when you pop that UAV. This way you don't waste any time. Right here, once again, we can go ahead and fly down. We're able to fly down, allows us to rotate quicker, allows us to get to a pretty good spot. That's really what I love with a car, guys. Allows you to rotate quicker, allows you to rotate safer, puts you in a really good spot when it comes to your positioning. Now, right here, we know there's the team to the left. That guy can't do anything because I have an RPK. We're at 11 kills, but we still know that this team is over here somewhere. Still know that this team's over here, so we've got to go ahead and focus on this team. I did calm to TCAP here. Hey, you've got guns down this way, right? So he knows he can land in. We can go ahead and challenge this team straight ahead of us. I went ahead and dropped money so he can buy gun, right? So he's going to go ahead and start his regain process a little bit as we go ahead and try to work over to this team. Now, I don't really know how to get on the roof from here. This is an area that I'm not super familiar with. I'm not like extremely comfortable, but we're going to go ahead and figure out our way to the roof. Notice how split they are, guys. When we talk about duos and even just any game mode in general, the more split enemies are, the less that they can help themselves, which in Warzone 2 with the lack of outplay potential is a lot of what we're looking for. So if you've got two enemies to your left and one enemy that's broken off a little bit, we can go ahead and challenge that free kill and just kind of keep that momentum. Now, I got to be really careful here because I know that they're floating around me. I know that they're around me somewhere, and I know they're above me at this point. I was a little bit nervous that they were on my level. TCAP gets the down. I would love to know how I don't get the thirst here. I know I precisioned a little bit closer, but I just don't get the thirst. We're going to go ahead and challenge this, though. Now, as I push up here, guys, and we see this guy, one of these guys is going to be very low health. The other is going to be full plates. So when I challenge the guy that's full plates there, I know that that guy is then, you know, there's nothing they can do. And that's just a quick two-piece with the Fennec. I mean, that's where lack of audio, we can use that to our advantage because he doesn't hear me climbing the ladder. You know, it's unfortunate, and I hope they fix it, but we can kind of use that to our advantage in those situations. The other thing that you can do is if your teammate can call a precision airstrike on you, that really masks the noise of the ladder. So if your teammate calls in a precision, it doesn't hit you, so you can go ahead and challenge. Now, right here, this is just a quick decision. I don't really know exactly where I'm going, but as soon as I get this UE, what I see is backside this way. And look at how spread out they are. You see how everybody's kind of in buildings right here? I go, TCAP, I'm pretty sure this is not a black site. Like, I'm pretty confident, or this is not a stronghold, right? That's very similar to what a stronghold looks like. But right now, you know, I'm pretty confident that it's not. So we're going to go ahead and push over, and this is where people play very predictable, right? This is a pretty common drop spot for people who are a little bit less confident, who want to just kind of have a little bit of a slower game. And right now, they're all kind of bunched up in buildings. So we can go ahead and challenge. We get absolutely smoked there, so I know he's further back. Does TCAP get the down? TCAP gets the down right there. TCAP gets the down. By the way, I will say one thing. I know that this lobby is not the best. I know there's going to be people that are like, bot lobby, bot lobby, bot lobby. But look, at the end of the day, you know, when we get one, it's about executing on it. So right here, we're down below. And notice this, right? We get the down and we get the break. Now we take away the outplay potential, right? I've just got to push in, and even though I make a mistake here, I have no ammo with the Fennec. I can literally just hip fire this guy with the RPK. It doesn't matter. 15 kills, still pretty healthy lobby here. And when we talk about the pacing of the game, guys, right? So slower early game, as I've talked about. That first 3 minutes is a little bit slower. If we can get off to a hot start, great. It doesn't hurt, but it's not a necessity. Then we want to start to pick up the momentum in that, you know, in that later early game and, of course, that mid game. And that's what Bird's Eye does. Bird's Eye allows us to pick up momentum in the mid game, knowing that we can pick up a lot of kills during endgame with a little bit of positioning. Right here, we're finally able to get that down. We're going to go ahead and precision. Now we go ahead and rotate left. We're going to keep the pressure on right here. This is where I do like duos a lot. It's a little bit similar to solos where sometimes you can be in a situation where it's hard to find people. But at the end of the day, if you get it down, you can immediately push in there and keep the pressure on. I'm going to hear the self-revive right here. Down below, we're going to go ahead and challenge in the corner. There, that guy's dead. We've got 17. And I know I'm on like 30 bomb pace here. You know, I know that I'm on really good pace thus far. We're going to go ahead, keep the precision. I like precisions better than mortars. We got one backside this way, straight back, so we're immediately going to go act on it. Quickly act on this information. And you can see how a lot of this is just simply using bird's eye to my advantage, using UAVs to my advantage, and acting on that. We've had this really good, you know, momentum going since the very early part of this game that we've just been able to consistently capitalize on. Let's go ahead and find where this guy is, and then we really need to talk about rotations, guys. We've got another long rotation, which is exactly what you see me do here. Hey, I don't know where this guy is. Sure enough, he flew off and went all the way over to the right. I'm going to go ahead and grab the car. The car allows us to rotate safer. It allows us to rotate quicker. It allows us to rotate to the spot that we want to be in. If I'm running on foot, I just have to get into circle. If I'm in a car, I can rotate exactly where I want to go. Now, this next situation is very important to this game. It's something that we do need to talk about because it's the one dynamic of breaking your PR that we have not really talked about yet, which we'll see here in a second. But we're going to go ahead and rotate up. TCAP's going to push over with me, and we're going to go ahead pop UAV to see where they went. And now what do I notice? I immediately notice that there's a full team straight ahead of us. Now we have two here, we've got two here, and we've got two here. So we need to keep this team in mind. This team we should easily be able to hold out a circle, so we got to focus on this team first. We're going to go ahead and focus on that team. The other thing that I will say using a car is watch how I position myself driver side away from them so that I can just use this car as cover. Right? So driver side away, it ends up rolling down the hill, but that's how you want to approach fights. I just don't even see this guy. Like, I still have no idea where that guy actually is. We're going to go ahead and smoke it. We're going to go ahead and push over this way and try to get in the building. Now, this is where this gets interesting because they completely get away from us. Yep, TCAP's going to get it down right there. I do have precision, which sucks, but, you know, we're not going to be able to get the thirst because the revive is just so freaking quick. It's the one thing that I wish they would change is how long it takes to revive in this game. It is so quick. And now this team is off. Now, this is where we get into a little bit of an unfortunate situation. I make a mistake right here. I am getting sniped in the back, so I got to watch my cover. And as I push up, I just am rotating out in the open. I have no idea where these guys are. And there's nothing I can do. What you're going to see is, I don't know if I want to say this guy made a good play or not, but this guy just sits in the bush. And, like, this is part of the game. Which leads me to this point of dying is okay. Guys, dying in this game is okay. Especially because it gives us an opportunity to pick up a kill. Not one kill, maybe even 2 kills. So right there, I'm going to use Thermite. I have 17 with 25 other left. There's a kill right there. There's kill number 18. Pretty clean. Didn't really take a ton of damage. We hear one backside this way. There's kill number 2. He's trying to use the shotgun. We just picked up 2 free kills there in a matter of a short period of time. So now what do? Well, based on where circle is, guys, we have to grab loadout here. TCAP goes down, but he does have self-revive. We are going to have to grab loadout right here and get going again. What do you grab in this scenario? Let's answer that. You know, you have a few options. You've got your overkill class or you've got your bird's eye class. I'm going bird's eye. Guys, bird's eye is just so broken. And I know that the pistols are good enough that I am able to get away with them for a while, right? So we grab the Fennec there. We're going to go ahead and just clear this real quick, make sure there's no loadout campers. We grab the pistols and the RPK. You know, the RPK is a given, right? Whether you go over... And I could not believe that was unlooted, by the way. I could absolutely not believe that was unlooted. We get UAV. TCAP comes, hey, there's people flying in on you. So this is where the pistols are actually really good. He's above me. We're going to go ahead and take out enemy number 1. His teammate's got to be right behind him. There's his teammate. There's the quick 2-piece. And there's 21. Right? So now we're rocking and rolling. And there you see a lot of those quick 2 pieces right there. Notice how in this game, guys, if you can get a down and a thirst, this game becomes a whole lot easier when it's a 1v1. At least in duos, right? That's why I like duos so much, because it takes away a little bit of that outplay not even requirement, but the fact that you do need to outplay a little bit in trios and quads, or just play really, really patient. You know, duos you can play. It's that mix of like, you have a little bit more information than solos, because when you push a team, there's going to be 2 people as opposed to 1. But you can also play a little bit more aggressive once you get that first knock. So we need to kind of find some information right here. We've got plenty of cash. I would love to be able to find another gun, but, you know, we're just going to rock and roll with the pistols here. Hindsight being 20/20, because I'm not going to ruin what happens, but, you know, the pistols put me in a pretty bad spot for a little bit. I should have grabbed this loadout to my left and taken advantage of both of them. So if we take advantage of both, we're able to get my Fennec, my Lockman sub, my Vaznev, my 74U, one of those guns that I really feel comfortable with. We're just going to slow this down, by the way. You know, Gouge is closing. I've got 21. I'm on 30 bomb pace. I know I can easily pick up a bunch in the last circle here, especially with good positioning, playing high ground. We've got cover. As I push up, we're going to catch that enemy. Watch how we play this, right? So we anticipate him. We're ready for him. We tag. We break. Now there's nothing that guy can do. We're able to get that knock right there. There's kill number 22. Kill number 23 here in a second. Now, what's your first thought process here? There's something you should be thinking about. Where's his teammate, right? That wasn't a wipe, so his teammate's got to be around here somewhere. He's got to be around here, and the natural play is for him to look over this direction. So I'm going to not take the same angle. I catch a quick glimpse of him right here. We're going to go ahead and just kind of wait for him to peek. We're going to execute well with headshots with the RPK right there. We can go ahead and pick up kill number 23. Now, TCAP's over on this side to my right coming. Hey, there's a bunch of people over here. I think there was a black site over here maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but there were a bunch of people over this direction, and they were a little bit out in the open. This is where a lot of you can potentially struggle during endgame. Maybe not a lot of you, but this is something that I decided. And what you're going to see is I'm going to push out into the open here. We're going to kind of fly at this team, potentially hold them out of circle. But as I push up, like, I don't really have a great angle on this guy. Like, I can't really see him that well. I'm not in the best of positions. So I end up deciding to just push back on top of roof. I need 7 kills for the 30 bomb. There's still 13 people left here, and we're in a great position right now. There is not a lot of cover around us. We kind of have the only piece of cover right now when it comes to we split cash. Why do we split cash? Just in case one of us goes down, we can buy back. But we're in a great spot right now because all of these people that are across, which there's got to be a lot of people across. This is everybody over on this side of the map right here, is everybody rotating from Al Mazrah into Village and Pass into this lower area. Now they have to get over this way. So we're in a really good spot right now to go ahead and just play positioning. We've got cover, we've got high ground, and then it's about execution. Boom, they got to rotate. Down and thirst. There's one. I don't worry about enemy number 2. I've got 24, still 11 people left. We're breaking 30 bombs this game. We are breaking the 30 bomb this game. There's a guy right there playing positioning. We get the knock. Unfortunately, can't get the kill. We see a sniper straight ahead. This gets a little bit hectic. There's no doubt about it. But when you have positioning and the decision is, I'm just not, there's two decisions that you have to make here. Decision number 1, do not go down, right? If you are getting aimed at with a sniper or you are low health, chill out. Relax, play your high ground and cover, reposition a little bit, get a better angle. Number 2 is you just got to hit shots, right? You're in a good spot. You don't really have to rotate at this point. You've just got to execute, and there's nothing that these guys can do. I see these enemies. Yep, we get the down right there. There's 20. If I can get that kill, there's 25. We still got a lot of people left. There's one right there. We're in such a good spot here. Now, this was going to get a little bit tougher because of this circle rotation. This guy has to rotate into me, right? There's nothing that he can do. There's kill number 26. We've still got 6 other people left. I need 4 kills to drop to 30. We got Sniper over to the left. Don't really see him just yet. We kind of tag him there, but he's in the water at this point. We can go ahead and reload ammo and get ready for this brutal rotation. Now, you can barely see it, but we can actually stay on the rooftop up this way. You can actually stay on the rooftop. We're going to go ahead and push over this way, and as we go to challenge, we're still in a good spot. We're trying to see if anybody's down below. TCAP goes down. TCAP goes down. He said, on me, on me, on me. We get the live ping. As we push up, we're going to go to work with the pistols. And the pistols let me down. So, is what it is. As I told you guys earlier, should have grabbed my Fennec, should have grabbed my Lockman, something that would have been a little bit better in that situation. It's unfortunate, guys. It's part of it, but hey, now I need to drop 27 to break the PR. So, I hope you found today's video helpful. Remember, early game, not that important to get off to a hot start. Focus on getting bird's eye, focus on information, quick decision-making, quick rotations, whether in a vehicle or flying. Act on that information, execute, and you're going to break your PR in no time, I promise you. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.